Okay, hi everyone. Sorry about the other video got cut short. That's okay. We're going to continue with question 41. Okay, Juan would like to order some stationery items from a catalog. He can spend up to $15, but not more. Okay, which of the following groups of items, including 15% tax, can Juan afford to buy with his $15? Okay, so this 15% tax, I want to talk about that a little bit before we solve this problem. Okay, so in general, right, the after tax price, right, which is the price that we all pay, right, it's equal to the regular price plus 15% of the regular price. Right? So if I let P represent the regular price, right, then I'm going to have P here, and I'm going to have, remember that 15%, when we represent it as a decimal, it becomes 0.15, okay? That's important. So this becomes 0.15 P. Okay, well, if we actually think of this as an equation, right, well, aren't these two terms like terms, right? Can't we combine them? Because remember, this is technically 1p, and that's plus 0.15p. So I can simplify this, and I can turn it into 1.15p, right? 1.15 times p is going to be equal to the after-tax price. Okay, so I just want to make sure you guys understand, because I'm going to be using this. I'm going to be using this product here to get the after-tax price, and I want you to understand where it came from. Okay, so let's figure out the before tax prices for each one of these. Okay, so that's what I'm going to start off doing. I'm going to find the before tax. So for A, I have one binder, so that's 313 plus one stapler, that's 649, plus 3 steel clips, so that's plus 3 times 1.51. All right, and that's going to give me a before tax price of, let me just calculate that, 6.9. I'm going to get $14.15. Okay, I want to do this again for B. I'm going to go ahead and just calculate the before tax price for each of these. So we have 2 steel clips, so that's 2 times 1.51, plus 2 binders, so 2 times 3.13, plus 2 notebooks, so that's 2 times 1.96. All right, and that's going to give me a before tax price of, let me check here, of $13.20. Okay, hopefully I got that calculation right. Okay, C, 1 notebook, so that is $1.96, plus 1 stapler, that is $6.49, plus 1 mechanical pencil, that's $4.28. Okay, and that's going to give us a before tax price of 1.96 plus 6.19 plus 4.28, $12.73. Okay, and then D, let's do that real quick. So D is going to be 1 binder. So binder is $3.13. One glue stick, $2.39. And two mechanical pencils, so 2 times 4, 28. Okay, and the before tax price, let's figure that out. And I get $14.02. Okay, so this is all the before tax prices. Okay, so if I want to do the after tax price, right, what I have to do is I have to do 14.15, and remember, times 1.15. That gives me the after-tax price. Okay, so if I do that, 14.15 times 1.15, I'm going to get $16.27. Remember, with money, you always round to 2 decimal places. All right, after-tax price here, we have $13.20. We multiply that by 1.15, and we're going to get $15.18. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing here. So 1273 times 1.15, which gives us 1464. 14.64. Make sure you pay attention to rounding, okay? And then finally, right, 14.02 multiplied by 1.15, and we get $16.12. Okay, so again, Juan only has $15, so the only option he can buy, the only group of items he can buy is actually C, right? Because it comes to less than $15. Everything else comes to more than $15. So that means that C is our correct answer. Okay, let's try 42 now. So the advertisement below shows the sale price of a big digit calculator. And if we look at the price, okay, it says sale price is $7.99, and it's telling us we're saving 50%. That's probably an important piece of information. Okay. The question asks us, what is the best estimate of the regular price? Okay. So we know that the regular price, or sorry, the sale price is, sorry, oh, geez. Sale price equals $7.99. The regular price, we don't know. That's our unknown, okay? But we do know that our sale price is 50% of our regular price, right? So 50% of regular is equal to our sale price. Okay? So in other words, now remember when we talk percent, right, we have to use the decimal version. So 50% is represented by 0.5. 0.5. You can add the extra 0 if you want, but not needed. Okay? And the word of is your clue that we're multiplying. Okay, so this equation becomes 0.5 times regular price. So I'll just let P be regular price because that's our unknown. Okay, we don't know the regular price. And we know that this is equal to the sale price, which is given as $7.99. Okay, so now we have a linear equation, an equation where we can solve for P. So what we have to do is we just have to isolate p like we always do. So divide p by 0.5 and divide the other side by 0.5 as well. And we're going to get p is equal to $15.98. Okay, so which is the best estimate? Well, this number here is very, very close to 16, right? So it's very close to 16. We're going to select 16 as the correct answer. All right, let's move on to 43. Okay, in a soccer league, a win counts for 2 points, a tie counts for 1 point, and a loss counts for 0 points. A soccer team had 5 wins, 2 ties, and 3 losses. If the team continues to win, tie, and lose in the same ratio, which of the following values is the best prediction of their point total after 40 games? Okay, so this question has a lot going on in it. Okay, so I'm going to highlight the word ratio, right? Ratio is a comparison of 2 or more quantities. Okay, so we have a ratio of, wins to ties to losses, right? We have that ratio, okay? And we know that the ratio is 5 to 2 to 3, right? And that is simply given in our problem, right? That's right there. That's where I got that information, okay? So this ratio compares 3 quantities, okay? You can actually have a ratio comparing as many quantities as you want, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do something sneaky. I'm going to add one more, and I'm going to add it as games played, right? So total games played, okay? So we have to think about this, okay? So if they won 5 games, they lost 2 games, and they tied 3 games, how many games did they play in total? Well, they played 5 plus 2 plus 3 games, right? So they played a total of 10 games, right? And I got 10. I got 10 by just adding 5 plus 2 plus 3, right? That's how I got 10. So at this point in their season, when they have 5 wins, 2 losses, 2 ties, and 3 losses, they've played 10 games. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. All right, now we want to know, well, if the team continues to win, tie, and lose in the same ratio, right? So keeping the numbers, the ratios, the relationships between the numbers constant, we want to figure out how many games, how many wins, ties, and losses they would have if they played 40 games. Okay, so I'm going to go 5. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to go 5 to 2 to 3 to 10. And I want to change this into a ratio where we have, wins, ties, losses with 40 games played. Okay, so that's my goal. I want to figure out, how many wins have they got? How many ties have they got? How many losses have they got when they've played 40 games in total? Okay, so bear with me here. Okay, so I want to make, I'm just going to give myself a bit more space here. 5 to 2 to 3 to 10 is equal to something to something to something to 40, okay? Right? So where this is our wins, this is our ties, this is our losses. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to create an equivalent ratio. So basically what I'm looking at is I'm looking at what's the scale factor going from one ratio to the other? Well, in games played, right, I'm going from 10 to 40. So what I'm doing is I'm multiplying by 4, okay? So that's what I have to do for each and every one of these other placeholders in the ratio. So to get the number of wins, right, which would go here, I'm just going to do 5 times 4, and that gives me 20, okay? For the number of ties, right, I'm going to do 2 times 4, and that's going to give me 8. Okay, and then finally, for the number of losses, right, I'm going to do 3 times 4, which is 12. Okay, and we can double check that this makes sense, right? Because if we do 20 plus 8 plus 12, right, that does in fact give us 40, right? And it better give us 40, right? So that makes sense. Okay, so we're not quite done. All right, we're getting there, but we're not quite done. Now we have to figure out how many points the team is going to have. Okay, so they're going to get so total points. They're going to get 2 points for each win, right? Plus 1 point for each tie, plus 0 points for each loss. Okay, I technically don't need to include, right, this guy in my equation because it's going to cancel to 0 no matter what. That's okay. So I get 2 points for each win. So I know that after 40 games played, the team has won 20 games. Okay. I also know that after 40 games played, the team has tied 8 games. And the team has lost 12 games, right? So that gives me, okay, so this becomes 40, this becomes 8, and this becomes 0, right? So they end up with a total of 48 points. Okay, and that is letter B. Okay, so that might have been a challenging question, but hopefully it all makes sense. If not, guys, you got to ask me questions, okay? I'm here to help. Okay, I'm going to continue on. Let's do 44. Okay, what is the sale price of a skateboard? Okay, so the regular price is $160. Okay, and it says here that all items are 25% off. Okay, so if I'm saving, that means I'm saving 25%. So how much am I actually paying? Right? Well, normally you would have to pay 100% of the price of anything, right? You pay 100% of the price. But in this store, you get to subtract 25% off. So in fact, you're only paying 75% of the regular price. Okay, that's an important little thing we have to pay attention to. Okay, and remember that 75% in decimal form, right? That's 0.75. Okay, so we know that 0.75 times the regular price is going to give us our sale price. Okay, so we're just going to sub in our values now. So 0.75, our regular price is given as $160. Okay, So sale price is going to end up equaling, well, let's see, 160 times 0.75, I get $120, which is C. Okay, I believe this is our last multiple choice. Yes, so, okay, I'm gonna stop after 45. We're gonna do this one last multiple choice, and then that's gonna be it for the day. Okay, so a frame around a photograph is 5 centimeters wide. Okay. What percentage of the entire area is the frame? Okay, so what percentage of the entire area is the frame? So we want to know, right, percentage. So we want to know the entire area. So we want to know area of frame divided by area total and times 100%. That's going to give us the percentage we're looking for. Okay, so to get the total area, right, total area, it's pretty easy, right? It's a rectangle, so length times width, and we're given a length of 30 centimeters and a width of 20 centimeters. Okay, so that's going to give you 600 centimeters squared. And that's the total area. Okay. Now, to figure out the area of the frame, okay, what we're going to do is we are going to calculate the entire, what we're going to do is we're going to calculate the entire area, again, just like we did, and we're going to subtract the middle part, okay? So when we do that, when we take the entire area and then subtract the middle part, all that's left over is the frame, right? So that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to find the area of the frame. So if I say area of the frame is total area minus area of picture. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so we already know the total area is 600 centimeters squared. Now the area of the picture, well, that's actually given to us. I mean, well, it's not directly given to us, but we know that the width is 10 and the length is 20. Okay, so again, it's a square, it's a rectangle, so it's going to be length times width. So it's going to be 10 centimeters times 20 centimeters. We're going to 600 centimeters squared minus, well, 200 centimeters squared. So I end up with 400 centimeters squared. Okay, so good. That's the area of the frame, and that's the total area. So to get the percentage of the entire area that's the frame, we have to do area frame. So 400 centimeters squared, just like I wrote up here, right? So area frame divided by total area, so 600 centimeters squared. And what we're going to do is we're going to multiply that by 100%. Okay, so 400 divided by 600, that gives you, 0.6667, right? And on and on and on. So we get that decimal. And then simply by multiplying it by 100, we turn it from a decimal into a percentage. So we get 66.7% approximately, right? Or technically we get 66 0.666666, etc. %. Okay, but we can see that we're going to be rounding, and from our choices, it looks like D is our best bet, right? Because this can technically be rounded up to 67%. All right, so that is all of our multiple choice questions. Tomorrow we will be doing some of the word problems, right? So where we don't have the answers given to us. So we'll keep doing that throughout the week. All right, guys. So hopefully today's lesson went okay and you guys are following along as best you can.